Okay, let's see what else we've got going on here in Algebra 2, lesson 1.5. And my other number that I like to have here, this is a two-part question. I happen to just notice that. That's kind of helpful if you are paying attention to those things. This, at the time I'm recording this is the sixth problem I assigned. And my other number that I need is 1.5.26. All right, so let's see here. When we're looking at this problem, on the left we have a quadratic. The right we have an absolute value with a 9, and it says use graphing technology. So again, I'm just going to copy it down here so I've got it when I go over to Desmos. So it's got the x squared plus 2x minus 18 equals absolute value of x minus 1. Looks like a pretty complicated problem, but when you can solve it with something like the online program Desmos. So got my last problem, I think, still in Desmos. So when I click over there, let's see. And let me get rid of these because we got our own problem to solve now. So all you do is put the left side of the equation in, the y equals x, shift 6 is the caret to get into the exponent, squared, arrow to the right to get out of the exponent, plus 2x and the minus 18. There's the left side of my equation. Remember there's no y in the problem. So we're just using this kind of a graph to help figure out the problem. So we've got our left side there. I just put that in my equation. Now I'm going to put the right side in a second equation. We're going to look for where they intersect. That's going to be that point where they intersect. The x value is going to be our solution. That's all there is to this. Computer did all the work. We just have to make sure we type right. Okay, so if you were watched before, for the absolute value, it's y equals, and ABS is the shortcut. Absolute value. In parentheses, I've got an x minus 1. Close my parenthesis because that's all that's in the absolute. And then I had a plus 9. So that's going to move it up 9. Plus 9. Now, that went off my screen, I think, because this is only going up to 8 right now. I think I can do like a 2-finger squeeze on this sometimes and it'll zoom it in and out. So that's what I did there. Took 2 fingers and squeezed them together so I could see my graph. So I got 2 solutions this time. Clicking on those, it'll put those numbers on the screen. Right. Whoops, I'll lower this a little bit because some of those numbers were, that's kind of an ugly number down here. So 4.623, I'm not real sure what that really exactly is. We'll put it in and see if it lets us submit that, or if we're gonna have to go solve something algebraically to find out what it is exactly. All right, let's switch back to our Savas tab. Oh, whew, lucky. We do not need to find it exactly. We're just supposed to identify which of these 2 graphs. The absolute value was opening up. So if I'm looking at it correctly, that means this is out and this is out. So I'm looking at the vertex right here or the vertex here and seeing which of those had them on the right side for the graph that we had in Desmos. So the absolute values on the right, parabola vertex was on the left of the y-axis. So which one is that? I believe that is this one right here. So there's our first step, making sure we just put it in Desmos and choose the correct one that matches. All right, then the second one is the round to the nearest 10th. Oh, good. So, no, I thought I wrote those down somewhere. I guess I didn't. I'm gonna go back to my tab here. Click on those 2 points because I forgot what my coordinates were. So I've got a -7. That one is exact. So we know that one is right. And then on this side, we've got that 4, and it said to the 10th, I believe. So 4.6. I'll write that on there. And then let's go back to Savas. Clicking on that tab. And my two solutions again. -7, I think it says separate by a comma, and 4.6. These little things underneath, a lot of times I don't read them very carefully, and then sometimes I get it wrong just because I'm not following their directions, even though you did all your work right. And if any of you have found that frustrating at times, I'm right with you. So let's see how we did. And hopefully that helps you out for doing your problem number 6 this year, or that problem, what was that, 1.5.26 for me. All right, good luck.